Hello, what's up guys? I'm Kyle from KGR and welcome to Show and Tell. For the few that are new, Show and Tell is a monthly pickup series. Well, it used to be monthly. It's not anymore because I don't pick up as much as I used to. But it's a series where I showcase some of the stuff I collected or picked up recently. Whether it be like games or figures or anything else that's nerd related, but for the most part it's just games and figures. The last Show and Tell I've done was a couple of months ago, and I said how this is going to be the last Show and Tell that I do in this room. And now we're in Kyle's Game Room 3.0, baby. I have some like update stuff for the channel towards the end of the video, so we'll discuss that. Like if you're wondering where the new intro is, where the room tour is, wait till the end for that. But I want to go over some of the stuff that I picked up recently, because I picked up a lot of stuff. This is all going to be like gaming related stuff. Like the figures, I haven't gotten anything new, but I do plan on picking up quite a few new things in the next year, so I don't know when that Show and Tell is going to be. But when I do figure reviews, when they come out, then I'll do those. But I'm done wasting time. Let's go over some of the games that I bought. So the first thing I want to go over is something that I thought I had. Turns out I didn't. And that is a copy of Mario Galaxy 2. I thought I had this game. Here I started recollecting Wii games because when I first got my Wii U, I sold a majority of my Wii collection to help afford that. And then, I don't know how many years ago, probably like 2 or 3 years ago or something, maybe even more, I decided I'm going to buy a bunch of Wii games all at once. And then a good chunk of them were through eBay because I didn't have access to get the rest of them. So I bought this guy and I thought it was complete. Turns out it had the case and the manuals and everything in there except for the disc. I don't know if the seller forgot to put it in. I don't know if it was me not paying attention, saying it was only just that and not the game. So I had to track down a loose disc, which thankfully working at a video game store, I was able to find the loose disc very quickly. And now I have a complete copy of Mario Galaxy 2. Now when am I going to play this? It's a good question. I don't have a good answer for that. The next game I picked up is something that at first I didn't want that bad. Like I was always curious of it, but I was not like $60, $30, even $20 curious. But the game I picked up was Zombie U. I found this game for $3. So for $3, hell yeah, I want this game. And this game is very interesting because you're doing zombie survival and you use the gamepad to like go through your inventory, and you gotta look at the screen to make sure no zombies are coming after you, as if like you're looking behind your back, and it's really cool. I dig that a lot actually. This game was ported to other consoles as well, but like this game was built from the ground up with the Wii U in mind, so I feel like that is the definitive way to play this game, especially for $3. So I'm happy I picked this up, because this was a Wii U launch title too. So I'm very nostalgic for the Wii U. I was like 19 when it came out. I shouldn't be that nostalgic over it, but for some reason I am. I think it's because it was probably one of the happier times of my life, because it was that in between of after high school and not dealing with real adult responsibilities. That was a good time. It was like a very long summer vacation. It felt great. But yeah, Zombie U. I don't know when I'm playing this either. The next game I got is something that my girlfriend and I have been playing by ourselves. We haven't been streaming it. I think we streamed it once. But for the most part, we've been playing it by ourselves and having a good time. And that is It Takes Two. We're playing the PS5 version of this game because it comes with a free upgrade for it. But there was no physical release of a PS5 edition for some reason. So we got on PS4 instead. Go figure. We haven't beaten this game yet. We just don't have enough time as we used to. And if you hear rattling, that is our cat. She likes to hang out with me when I record videos. Rattle, rattle, rattle. But yeah, we haven't beaten this game yet. We're not too far in. I feel like we're half decently far, but mainly because we've been trying to play this game for forever. And we just don't have the time to sit down and play games as much as we used to, especially together. Because we work opposite schedules and stuff. It's not a good time. But this game is a good time though. So I got this game for like $15 or something because I did a price match as well as had reward certificates at Best Buy. So I got this game for cheap, and for like 15 bucks this game's absolutely worth it. And my favorite thing about this game is like if one person has a disc, the other person that you want to play with, even online, doesn't need to have the game. They just like download some like trial thing for it. It's a free thing, and then you can both play the game at the same time. That I love so much. It's kind of like DS download play from back in the day. Who all remembers that? Because I have fond memories of that. Moving on, we also got a game that I was really excited for, and that was Sonic Colors Ultimate. This game was a big letdown. I mean, I do plan on playing this game again eventually, once all the patches are out and everything's all fixed and fine and dandy. But I was playing this on stream for like 1 or 2 streams. I'm like, you know what? I can't do this. This game is not finished. And it makes me sad that the Sonic brand is so tarnished right now. At least in the video game department. When it comes to the toys, it's fine. When it comes to the movies, it's fantastic. Comics, I'm pretty sure they're good. I don't read. But I really hope this next Sonic game, the Sonic Frontiers, I really hope that's good. Because if not, we're going to be in a lot of big trouble. But a game that did exceed my expectations. I mean, I kind of had high expectations anyway, and it still did a fantastic job. That was Hot Wheels Unleashed. I don't understand how this game is as good as it is. Like, I never really played many racing games. I don't play Horizon. Wait, no, I'm thinking Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm stupid. I don't play Forza Horizon. I don't play Forza altogether. Because now I have an Xbox, but I still don't feel like playing it. I don't play Gran Turismo. I don't play any simulators or anything. The only racing games I play is like Mario Kart, Crash Team Racing, any kart racers really. And I had a Hot Wheels game for the PS1 back in the day, and I loved it. So, going from PS1 to PS5, clearly there's going to be a lot of changes over the years. And I was excited for this game. This game looked gorgeous, and after I picked it up and I was playing it, I fell head over heels in love with this game. But then, moving happened, and then I had no time to play this game anymore. But man, the time that I did have to play this game, was it fantastic. In fact, my old man here, he used to play games with me back when I was younger. And then he was watching me play this game and just saw how awesome it looked. And he was trying to play it, and man, his motor skills are not there anymore. But man, did he love watching me play at least. Like, the controls feel so great. Drifting in this game feels so satisfying once you perfect it. I don't know what it is about this game, but like, this game I feel like is going to be heavily slept on. And I feel more people should pick this up. But another game that I picked up and also mostly neglected. I neglected a lot of these games and I feel terrible. But I also picked up the Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. So this is just a remake of like a bunch of Super Monkey Ball games from the GameCube. And it's fun. I also realized how bad I was at Super Monkey Ball, but I still have a fun time. But I guess it was also part of that, hey, I'm in the middle of moving. And also a lot of games coming out at once type of situation. So I played this game once, had my fun with it, and never picked it up again. Not that this game's bad, it's just I'm a busy man now. For someone who likes to play video games and play with toys and stuff like that, I don't have the time to do that. In fact, I pretty much do video game stuff for a living. I sell them. Nah, I don't play them all that much anymore because no time. Being an adult sucks. Speaking of games that I pick up and put down, that seems to be a trend for this whole video. Because this next one is the exact same, but I feel like this one's more justified though. Okay, so I picked up the double pack of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I got it so my girlfriend and I can play the games together, and plus I was going to pick up both games anyway. Even if my girlfriend wasn't going to play the games, I wanted to get both anyway, because I have Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, like on physical cartridge, complete in box on DS. So I feel like I should complete it on the Switch as well. I was in the middle of moving when I got this game, and I was so sad that I didn't have the time to actually play it. And I wanted to play it on stream because I wanted you guys to share the experience with me. And after playing it for a little bit, like, I mean, I was excited because Diamond and Pearl, like, Gen 4 altogether was like one of my favorite generations. It's what got me back into Pokemon. Unfortunately, the remakes of the games that got me back into Pokemon is making me realize how much I don't like Pokemon anymore. And there is a bell. I live in a somewhat noisy area, but it's still better than living at home. But anyway, it's kind of ironic how, like, the remakes of the games that got me back into Pokemon games altogether, or Pokemon, I should say, altogether, is what's making me fall out of love with Pokemon. Because, like, I think it's the chibi art style. At first, I said, I don't mind this, but the execution they did for it just looks awful. Because when they zoom in on the character models, you see how, like, low quality, like, that these models are. like some of the art that's like printed on them. Like if you look at Professor Rowan's face, for example, the further half of his face is all like super pixelated and it looks awful. It'd be one thing if you're doing that from above and you don't see it as bad, but when you zoom in on it, it is atrocious. And also a couple like depth of field things they're doing kind of messes with my eyes, and I don't know. I feel like it kind of lost the magic of like being pixel art, and I think that's probably what I have to stick to now. I feel like an experience like Sword and Shield, the way it is, that's fine, I guess. Some people don't like that one either, but it is what it is. But I was watching a video of someone complaining about how they don't like this game, and then they showed gameplay of the original, and like my spark went back when I saw the pixel art, so I'm like, that's what I loved about these games. That's probably it. And I was replaying Pearl for a while, and then I got stuck to a part where I had to grind a lot, and that's when I kind of put the game down. But I had more fun with the actual DS originals than this. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm just picky. Maybe I'm just growing out of Pokemon again. Maybe I need that drought again of just like focusing on something else, like Yu-Gi-Oh, like I did back then, or something else. But like, this wasn't it, Chief, and I feel bad because I was so excited for this. This game, I can't remember if I went over in a past show and tell or not. I don't think I have, but I picked up a game called Brothers. Here, I actually got this from a customer. Because like he said how he had this, and there was a physical release of it, and I played this back on the PS3, and I fell in love with this game. So when I found out that there was a physical version of this game, I freaked. Like I was so excited for them to actually put out a physical release of this game. And it turns out the guy had it, and he said he was gonna sell it to me. Then he later just gave it to me. He's like, I never met anyone who loved this game as much as I do. So here, man, just take it as a gift. I gave him the biggest hug. I nearly cried. Because this is one of those limited run releases. Well, this is actually technically done by Super Rare. So, there's only like a small print of these games, which I don't think is going to be that valuable over time. Like, I think it's probably about like a $60 to $80 game right now. I can't remember. Between 40 to 80 maybe. It's a large gap. Point is, it's a great game. It even comes with a little manual and stuff as well, because Switch games don't do that, or video games altogether don't do that anymore. And I can't remember the guy's name, but he always come in with his daughter as well. So, I doubt he's watching this, but like, thank you so much for this. Like, this meant the world to me. We're gonna go over one more game, but I do have a few more things to show off, like some peripherals, because they're cool. But the one game that I got that, I mean, I was excited for, but this one also exceeded my expectations, and I do want to stream this more. Because I've been playing this, like, off-stream with some friends, and I've been loving this so much, and that is Mario Party Superstars. I've played Mario Party since, like, Mario Party 4 on the GameCube, and that, for the most part, that's what I mostly played. I played that, the one on the DS, and that was mostly about it. But I would play other ones every now and again. Like, I picked up, like, Super Mario Party. I played some of the ones on the Wii, like, casually. And I haven't fell in love with it since Mario Party 4. Like, I guess it's that initial magic. And also the DS one just meant a lot to me, too. But after picking this up, this is probably my favorite Mario Party experience by far. I haven't had as much fun in Mario Party as I did with this since the GameCube and DS. So, if you haven't picked this game up already, please do. And if you have Switch Online, maybe we can play together, because that'd be really awesome to do that too. And the online experience for this is actually not bad at all. Like, I was playing with a couple of my viewers, but they're mostly friends. They're more friends than viewers at this point. And we had a blast, and we didn't really have connection issues from what we noticed. So, this is great. So again, do yourself a favor and buy this game. Next up, let's go over some of the peripheral stuff that I picked up lately, because they're all gaming related, and they're cool enough to show off. Okay, first up, I want to say that I picked up the Zelda Game & Watch. I'm typically not that much of a Zelda fan. I'm a very casual fan. Some would even say a poser. So I picked this up because I had the Mario Game & Watch, and this thing was pretty neat too. I just got it for collecting. I feel like a majority of people did the same thing. The Link's Awakening on this thing is very disappointing because it's not the Game Boy Color version. It's the standard Game Boy version, which I feel like they really fucked up on that one. But at least it looks nice. That's all this thing is gonna do for me. And some of you are aware that the Nintendo Switch Online has come out, and or at least the expansion pack has come out, with a lot of controversy behind it as well. Especially with like how the buttons are mapped for the 64 games. They are mapped very horribly. So if you're gonna play Mario 64, any Nintendo 64 game, you should probably play it with a 64 controller. They have adapters where you can have a legit 64 controller and then an adapter that goes to USB, and then you just remap the controller and then you're perfectly fine. But I wanted to go big instead because I'm a collector. So instead of doing all that, which is much cheaper and a lot easier to do, instead I got the Nintendo Switch Online 64 controller. Now I got lucky on this one because this is, I think, like their second or third wave of them that they were releasing until they said, hey, it's not coming out until 2022. It looks so beautiful in this box, but I also hate this box with a burning passion because this is a little plastic or acrylic little thing up front, like a little window display, which is perfectly fine if only the acrylic display was actually attached to the cardboard, because whenever I pull this controller out, this thing just falls right out. That's convenient, but the 64 controller feels tight, and even then I rarely play video games all that aggressively or at all anymore because being an adult sucks. So I'm hoping that my analog stick doesn't wear out as quickly as it does, but since it's probably made out of cheaper components compared to way back in the 90s, it probably will wear out a lot faster. So I'm hoping that I can make this last. If not, I can replace the ring itself and the joystick hopefully, because apparently the joystick itself, when you actually take the controller apart, is actually not the same as back then, so you can't just buy a replacement stick. So thanks for the longevity. At least it's mostly authentic, I guess. Because the controller feels great. I'll tell you right now, like, I was playing Mario 64 with this just the other night, and it was something. It sure was something. Like, I prefer typically Mario 64 with the GameCube controller. So I had to play this to feel genuine, and I still prefer the GameCube controller. But hey, at least I can play it with a 64 controller now. I tried playing Mario 64 with the Switch Online expansion pack with a GameCube controller. I freaking hated that so much. It was terrible. So if you're gonna play Nintendo Switch Online, either get this controller or get a legit 64 controller with the adapter and remap the buttons and you'll be just fine. But of course, if I'm gonna have the 64 controller, you can't just stop there, especially when you're a collector. So we also got the Super Nintendo controller. Originally, I was thinking, oh, I don't need this. I have this SN30 Pro right here from 8-Bit Do. But when I first got this thing, I originally got it so I can play Mario Maker and just 2D platformers all together and have a good time with this D-pad. Turns out the D-pad isn't as good as the actual Super Nintendo D-pad, and I got very upset by that because I'll be pressing right to move, and then if my fingers go up and down just a slight bit, he will duck and will completely lose all my speed. Some people don't have that issue. I guess I'm just bad with my thumbs. I don't know. But this controller does not do that at all. So I'm going to use this thing instead of this. And plus, not having an analog stick there, especially when I'm playing 2D platformers, is also very nice. I'm going to stop using this thing for the most part. I'm going to let my friends use it whenever they come over because some of them actually prefer that controller. But I'm going to use this because this is great. Will I make Mario Maker videos again? Probably not, because that was a nightmare. But I'll tell you something I will do, though. Buy more things. So, if you're going to have the Nintendo 64 and the Super Nintendo controller, you gotta have the NES controllers as well. And these things feel amazing. These things are fantastic. The little rails being on top of them is kind of awkward looking, I will admit. But now I have all the controllers and they look amazing. Now I'm only missing the Sega Genesis controller. And the only reason I want to pick that one up is because I want to play the Sonic Origins collection on the Switch with that controller. I mean, I can get a wired one, but I feel like as long as I have these ones, I might as well collect and finish them. But the box isn't going to look the same either, so that's going to kind of bother me. But I still have all the Switch Online controllers, so I'll be happy with that. That's fine. But that's all the pickups. Sorry, I went on a couple of tangents. I miss being in front of the camera and making videos, but I'm not looking forward to editing all this out. That's gonna suck. Okay, so let me go over some updates on what's going on with the channel, because some of you are wondering, where's that intro? Where's the room tour? The intro, I'm collaborating with people to get this thing together, so I gotta talk to them and figure out how we're gonna do this, because it's gonna be self-aware. Like, this is gonna be a giant meme. Okay, this is gonna be funny, but I'm not gonna actually be able to use the intro in real time, because I made the announcement that I was making the intro. But turns out when I uploaded that video and just re-shown that intro in later in the video got a copyright claim from the original song. Turns out I didn't make that song. Oh, surprise, right? So when I make this new intro, it is just gonna be its own one-off thing. It is not gonna be included in my videos because copyright claims are a bitch. So we're not gonna deal with that. But I still want to fulfill my promise and actually make this thing. I'm gonna have some friends involved. I'm gonna have even a couple of viewers involved as well. So please be patient. Be patient with that. And for those who are also wondering where the room tour is, at first I thought I was gonna be able to record it soon. Turns out I'm not done decorating. Because I'm like, oh, I hang up the plushes, hang up a few posters. Okay, I'm done. No, it turns out I have more posters than I thought. I didn't take all the posters from home with me, but I took more than I expected. Because originally I thought it was just my Club Nintendo posters, and then it was just going to be my Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon Rumble, not Pokemon Rumble, the Pokemon Battle Revolution poster. And I thought that was it. No, it turns out I had posters from like pre-orders from GameStop or Best Buy or something, like other pre-order posters. And I'm like, well, I gotta hang these up, I guess. So I bought frames for those, and those are gonna go up. And then I gotta decorate it and make sure it's the way I want it to be. And then after I do that, then we should be solid. I really hope. Because for the most part, like, besides hanging up the posters, the room is pretty much complete. I think it's organized the way I like it for now. And when it comes to other room tours in the future, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to change when it comes to decorations, because all of this was a giant pain and I don't feel like doing that again. And I feel like I'm maximizing it the most I possibly can as of right now, so I'm not going to worry about doing too much else. But hey, new room tour is coming eventually. But besides that, I think that's pretty much it. I'm sorry for this video being as long as it was, but I want to thank you for watching. So if you're new and you like what you saw for some reason, if you're new, you know what to do. You've seen a YouTube video before. If you want to follow me on anything, links will be in the description for anything like Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever. If you want to talk to me, DMs are open. I prefer you talk to me in my chat in my streams because it's a lot easier that way. But I had a good time. So again, thank you for hanging out with me. I love you guys to death, and I guess I will see you guys in the next one. So again, peace. Normally cover the camera thing, but every video I do lately, it's been far away from me. I can't do it anymore. So I gotta figure out a new way to close these videos. So I'm gonna need help with that. I'm not very creative anymore. I'm an adult. My creative juices are gone. So anyway, again, I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one. So peace.